I just want you to imagine how bad my posture is. I'm gonna show you a bit of a snippet of what that looks like. Can Hi, I've never introduced myself on the channel because there's no one here, but I'm gonna just try and introduce myself.
What?
Anyways, I've picked some questions from no one. I asked ChatGPT because, again, they have friends. And I just want to talk about myself. Start with the obvious. My name's Shay. I'm 19, turning 20 this year. Stressing out. Some questions. Okay, first question that is over here is, what's your favorite hobby on activities outside of YouTube? I like sleeping, staying home, crocheting. That's a hobby. That's a hobby. Crying about my weight. I think that classifies as a hobby at this point because I do it too many times of the day. I think that's a good question, I guess. No, I don't know. Where did you grow up and how has it shaped who you are today? So, I am Nigerian, the most corrupt country in Africa. I'm from Nigeria. I lived there for about 14 years. And then I left to an island in the UK. I've been living here for 5 years, and yeah, I don't know if I should disclose that. It's not a like a big island, so I don't want to disclose that. What's something most people don't know about you? I am extremely insecure. I think it's quite obvious, but I don't know. One thing they don't know about me is that I am.
What is that?
So.
Oh my god!
At the same time anymore. And I have completely different questions. I already said where I'm from, a tiny little island in the middle of nowhere, basically. Living that Hawaiian life. You know, no, it's literally always cold. Like, I think it's like you can't see that, but that's 7 o'clock and it's this dark. It shouldn't be this dark. My hobbies and interest. Hobbies, crying about my weight because I've been stuck at the same weight, and I talk about that a lot in my TikTok, which you should follow because I think I am more active over there. But I think I'm gonna try and be more active over here. TikTok would be over there. I also have an Instagram. I've only posted once, but you should still go check it out. Over there, it's just my name and my surname. If you want, no pressure. No pressure. What is your educational background or professional experience? I am going to uni next year. Well, this year, 2025. Study criminology and psychology. So, other than aspirations, basically. And then I've gone to primary and secondary school. Oh, primary and secondary. You can guess where I'm from if you hear primary and secondary, but you probably can't. What are your favorite movies, books, or music? I would say my favorite music is, this is gonna be very niche and it changes, but like this has stayed consistent for like a good couple years, which would be musicals. I don't regret it. The first time I watched Hamilton, best day of my life. Don't know what it's about. Could not tell you what Hamilton's about, but I could tell you I know every word from top to bottom. My failing school, yeah, as well, but you know, that's life. And that's one of my favorite like music genres. And R&B, but I feel like R&B is what I say to popular people just to be like, to fit in. I'm just like, oh yeah, R&B, so they don't ask me why I'm into musicals. Favorite movie? The Greatest Showman. Oh my, we never know how gas a movie is until we actually like rewatch it and it's actually good. You know when you watch movies, tangent, you know when you watch movies and you're just like, oh yeah, this is cool, I guess, like, I don't think I'd watch it again. But then you just see it randomly and like, I'll just give it a go. And the movie's absolute dog, absolute disgusting. Like, you wonder like, why on earth did I watch this movie in the first place? I hate those movies. I think an example, don't hate me, please don't hate me. An example would be some of the Marvel movies coming out recently. I don't know. I actually don't know examples. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to shout out anyone. Some movies are not that great. But then recently I watched The Greatest Showman again, and I was like, stop. This is the best thing I've ever seen in my life. Like, I remembered all the words. Zendaya was amazing in that movie. Zendaya, I love you so much. Like, if you could be my mom, that'd be great. I'd probably make fun of Tom Holland if he was my dad, but you would be an excellent mother. Favorite books? I don't really read books, even though I probably should. I don't read books. And I wouldn't say I had a favorite. I've not read a book where I'm like, oh my god, I'd read that again. Because I don't read. Probably should. I would say the kind of books I read are mangas, which are like Japanese books, Japanese anime, but like cartooned, like written version. So I do that a lot.
What?
The best one of the mangas I've read was To Your Eternity. If you could take the time, it would be the best decision you've ever read in your life. It is the most gut-wrenching, horrible, and it might make me a masochist on how terribly, terribly sad this manga was. I can't begin to explain to you how many children die, animals die, and just don't plan on having a protagonist or anyone who you're gonna like, because they're gonna die probably in that episode or that book, that chapter. But like, it's cute. Like, I'd watch it again, I'd read it again, but I really wouldn't. Like, I'm in a good place right now. I wouldn't. If I was in like my depths of depression, like 2020 phase, yeah, I'd read it again. Like, I don't mind. My favorite anime, which I've completed, which is not a lot, is Given. Given, you know what? Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know. Given was so good. A lot of people have never heard of Given before. A lot of people have not heard of animes that like really like slice of life and all this stuff. You hear the basics: One Piece, My Hero, Jujutsu Kaisen, but Given was, couldn't tell you what it was about. I just knew there were men kissing in that, so it just brought so much joy into my life. What makes you unique as a content creator? I don't think there's a lot of Black British people on YouTube or anywhere, if I'm being honest. And I just feel like I'd be that person, because I know we have Black Americans, you know, African Americans who just talk on the like YouTube, and you see them most of the time, but like you never hear like a black British person talking about their experience in like a predominantly white institution and a predominantly white island, actually. So I feel like I'd be that, and I think I can give you good experience. I can tell you what the Black girl experience is from a predominantly white country. Who are your favorite YouTubers or creators and why? I have a whole bunch. I wouldn't say love, like, but I love Mark Does It. He has the funniest editing, like, you know how he does the pauses and he's like just staring, and the staring just makes it so much more funnier. And I do, now that I really look at it, I follow a lot of men, which is saddening because we need women in the society, actually. I follow the boys. You might not know them. Special Ed, Molly, Juicy, love Juicy, funniest person ever. Naria, Josh. I follow them. I do a lot of them. I recently started watching Corey Kenshin because I had to jump on the hype. I'm a sheep. I'm sorry. I'm literally a sheep. What do you mean? I really like Markiplier, obviously. Corey Kenshin. I like Korizi. Korizi is one of the girls I watch. She's also Nigerian. I'm Nigerian, by the way, if I didn't say I'm Nigerian. I listen to Shits and Gigs. They are a British podcast between two men. Again, I need to stop with the men. I don't watch them like consistently because I've been watching them consistently since 2020. And then I noticed that and I was like, oh my god. Every Monday, like they haven't missed a Monday, which is crazy. I love their consistency, but they haven't missed a Monday. And I've watched every Monday of my life through the depressions, through the pain, through, they've seen every part of Shay. And then recently, me coming I feel back to normal and back to being stable as my frontal lobe develops. It's become parasocial. I've never spoken to them before ever in my life. So at some point I was like, wow, I need to break up this parasocial relationship. Like it's not benefiting me. I don't subscribe. I do subscribe to them, but I don't pay them anything. So I could just stop. I just recognize I had free will. How often do you plan to upload? I feel I don't know what to upload, but then I always have thoughts. I'm a Virgo. I always have thoughts. I'm a Virgo, I'm the oldest, and I live in an African household. How don't you have something to talk about in secrecy? It's your whole job, your whole life. Like that's what I tell myself. But then I think in my head, I'm like, what am I gonna talk about today? Where am I gonna sit? Am I gonna be sitting in the darkness like this today? Or am I gonna see like nice scenery at just the same place every day? No. I want something pizzazz. Sometimes you're gonna see me under a bridge. Sometimes you may see me on my cute little chair. Or sometimes you're just gonna see me in darkness. There might be something behind me. Who knows? You probably do. I won't know. My main niche is just being black. I'm sorry. There's nothing that my personality is just joking about my weight and trying to be funny about my weight and then being a Virgo, being black. Those are my only. That's basically my personality. So I think I'm going to be doing a lot of talking in vlogs. And on my TikTok, I talk about my weight a lot because I am overweight. Even though some people say I'm not. Mum. So I'm going to be definitely talking more on this one. And just like having a mellow vibe. What are my short-term and long-term goals for this channel? Short-term, get a subscriber. Just one. I just need one. Long-term, reach about 1k subscribers. I would really love that. Like, that would be crazy. And I think that would be so cool. If you appreciate that I'm subscribed, I hope you have a lovely day. And if you don't, sucks to be you, I guess. No, I'm joking. I love you very much. You might not feel loved during this moment. And if you do, maybe don't do that because God loves you. That's one thing you need to learn. Like God loves you, so it's not like no one loves you. God loves you, and I do. You're probably kind of cool. Not gonna lie. Like if we're being honest, you're kind of cool, and I'd love to be your friend if I met you in real life. Love you. Bye. Thank you for watching.